What is cash flow management and what do you need to know? So in order to show you how important cash flow is, cash flow management is, cash flow in your business is, I'd like to tell you a little story about one of our clients. Very nice lady. She had a full-time job. On the side, she had this part-time job that she didn't have to actually work really hard. It was a great job. She was making $40,000 a year. So when I did her taxes, that $40,000 basically made her owe $7,000 to CRA. She panicked, as most of us would do. She made a decision. She said, no, I'm not going to do this anymore because, you know, I don't have each year $7,000 to give to CRA. So I said, but you really like this, right? And she's like, yeah. I said, well, why don't you do this? I'll keep the money and I'll pay the taxes. And she thought about it for a second, but she's like, well, you know, okay, so you make 40 grand, you pay 7,000 to CRA, you keep 33, and I did the work. I said, exactly, well, that's what you're doing, but you've decided not to do it anymore. So I'm just helping you. So I explained it to her better. I said, you know, if I was receiving that money, what I would do, I would just park $1,000 aside, spend the rest of the three, and at the end of the year, I would have $12,000 in the bank. I would pay $7,000 to CRA, and I would actually have saved 5 grand just by having a little bit of discipline. And it's not actually even that hard to have that discipline. So a lot of businesses, one of the reasons that the cash flow fails, and you can see around you, it's number one reason that the businesses go under. They don't have any cash flow management system, or they don't have, you know, let alone solid cash flow management system. So what you need to know in business, whenever you make money, that doesn't mean you can just take it out of the business, put it in your pocket. Even at that, if you want to do that, the best is to come up with a standard, come up with a structure, with discipline, put yourself on payroll, on a weekly basis, bi-weekly basis, monthly basis. So you say, okay, this is how much I'm going to take to live. And actually that would be great, because then it makes you think, okay, so I need to replace this. So I got to make more money in order to replace that, so I have cash in the business. Another way to basically improve your cash flow is have a system to collect your receivables. Basically, when you send an invoice, you want to collect it soon. If it's due right away, you want to communicate this with your client. You want to, the best way would be at the offset of your contract, maybe ask for credit cards so you don't have to run around. In the old days when when we were not using QuickBooks Online, we had to go to each client, get some post-dated checks. You know, you're driving there, you get the check, you're gonna talk a little bit, and then, you know, go back. Sometimes actually you go there, the client is not there, or he doesn't have the check, or he wants to nickel and dime you. But once you have them on the system, then you're automatically, as soon as you're sending the invoice, if this is agreed upon, you collect. So you want to make sure your cash collection is at its best, and it's not missed, because you need that to run your business. At the same time, on your payables, money that you owe to your suppliers, if they're giving you 30 days, some people say net 30, if they give you that, delay it as much as you can. So collect as fast as you can, try to delay as much as you can. So you have these systems. Once you have these, then your cash flow, at least you're monitoring it. Again, another point is monitoring. In QuickBooks Online, you could actually type in cash flow and a report comes up. You can have a look at it. And this is where you're making, or money's coming in, this is where money is going out. You can ask a question, how sooner can I get? How can I increase this? How can I delay my payments a little bit more? And also, how can I earmark? For example, HST. I have clients that are in millions of dollars in sales. When it comes HST time, it's painful to them. So they don't have, let's say, 32 or 42,000, 40K to pay the HST. But what we tell them is the HST as you collect, as you're sending the invoices, as it comes in, create a savings account. We call it HST saving, and just park it in there. So when the quarter comes, it's first quarter, or when it's if you're doing it even yearly, actually I suggest doing it quarterly. It's definitely better for cash flow system. So when you're collecting that money, let's say you've collected about 10 grand or 50 grand, and then you've paid about 30. So the difference you have to pay to CRA. But if you hadn't touched the HST that came in and you just parked it on the side, so you had saved all of it. So the balance, 10 grand, 20 grand, or whatever that is in that account, you could actually bring it to your business because indirectly you saved more. Just like the first example, we put away $1,000 a month. We knew we were gonna owe $7. So at the end of the year, we had that $7, and we had even $5,000 extra. All it was just a bit of thinking, just a bit of strategy, just a bit of discipline that, okay, this 4 grand, I put away a little bit on the side. And the other thing is, in any business, even in our family livelihood, whatever money comes to our hand, we would like to spend it. But if you put it aside, again, savings, if you put it aside and do not touch it, then that's indirectly you're saving some money. Thanks for watching Cash Flow Management. I hope you like this. If you like it, give us a thumbs up. To read more on this and other relative business blogs, go to our website right here and read more. Thank you.